So welcome to Canva training. Today we're going to learn a couple bits of things you might already know, some basics, but I'm also going to get into some deep dive things. I have a little agenda here for what you'll learn. So we'll go over starting out and doing some of the basic things like uploading photos and logos, doing some adjustments, and adding some different elements and playing with color. And then we'll go into probably some things that you maybe haven't learned before, like adding a QR code or Google Map or doing some animation elements and doing resizing, printing from Canva. And then hopefully, if we have a little time, I'll show you just a little bit about PowerPoint presentations and making a video. I'm not going to do a big deep dive into those because there's a lot you can do with those, but I'll start you out with where you can find those, and then you can kind of play with them. So let's switch over to Canva. And you are more than welcome to just log on to your own Canva if you have it. If you don't have Canva, I'm not going to go over like creating your account and that kind of stuff, but Canva is free and they do pretty well walking you through like how to create an account. And if anybody is in one of the Grand Assembly teams, or you need like a pro account, talk to the PR team and we can help you out with that. There's some basic differences. You won't see a whole lot of them. I am using a pro account right now. And you'll notice if you have this little crown next to something that indicates a pro feature. So that is something you wouldn't be able to use unless you had a pro account. So let's see. We'll start with how you want to, like what to decide. You know, if you want to start out with something new or do you want to start with a template? So I like audience participation. So can I get someone to give me an idea of something we want to make?
Maybe a flyer?
Awesome, a flyer. Okay, so what kind of flyer? Is it for like an event, a fun event, a service event? Like what? Tell me, Kendra, like what event is something coming up for your assembly?
A membership party?
Awesome. Okay. So for something like that, we could start from a blank canvas. But I would always recommend, if you aren't super savvy in design, starting from a template. And Canva gives you lots of ways to go through and start from a template. I would recommend that you just search right here in the search box and you can type in flyer membership party. So you have all these ideas that come up. Is there a theme for your membership party, Kendra?
I think it's Build-A-Bear.
Build-A-Bear. Okay. So we could even add up here bear and see what happens. So there's this little teddy bear one right here. That's kind of fun. And that might fit your theme. That's one of the things that I like to do is maybe start with something that's as close to your event as you can get it. You can also just start with something abstract and add elements, and I'll show you how to do that. So let's go ahead and start with the teddy bear tea party. You just have to click on it and it'll come up with all of the elements here. And that is your very basic starting with a template. Now it'll automatically do the sizing for you because you searched flyers. Let me open a different tab here and just show you that you can look through here and you can find invitation, card, A4 document, all kinds of different, like if you were going to make an Instagram post for your membership party, you can start with any kind of template from here. You could also just search Instagram post teddy bear up here and it'll come up with, now you see different sizes. That's both the story and post that it's brought me up with different bear templates. So it's pretty easy to find templates. Does anyone have any questions about finding templates? Okay. Oh, my cat is making an appearance. Okay. So she hasn't bothered me all day, but now she knows that there's people to watch her.
Wouldn't be a Zoom meeting without her.
She really doesn't want to let go either. Okay. So now that we have this template, one of the things I want to drill into everybody's head is that all of our flyers, all of our, like anything you do should have our logo. And how do we do that? So if you do not have our logo, I will let you know that all you have to do is go to gocarainbow.org. Oh my gosh, hold on, I have to get rid of her. No, she's making it really hard to move. Okay, you go to resources and then you come down here to the public relations teams and hopefully our graphics and logos are here.
I don't think the current, yes. It hasn't quite been uploaded yet. We're getting there.
It is in the process of being uploaded, and this is where you will find it. And all you have to do is click and download it. In the meantime, look at all the other lovely stuff we have here for you. I won't go into it now, but always a wonderful place to look for resources. When you download that logo, or in the meantime, you can ask us for the logo and we can email it to you. There's a button over here called Upload. You click on Uploads, you click on Upload Files, and then all you need to do is navigate to, I'm looking for my logo here, logos. And I'm just going to use this one for a moment. It's not the right logo, but just for the sake of time, you just click open and it'll upload there. This is the same process that you do for pictures, and you'll see that I have lots of photos already stored over here. And once you have your logo uploaded over there, you just click and drag, or even just click it in general, and you can put it onto your document. There's also a way that if you want to, you can create folders where you can essentially make your own set of logos in there forever. I won't go over that today, but I just want you to know that it is available, that if you want to set up your own color styles, logos, and a set of like a folder of different folders, that kind of thing, Canva is very customizable in that way. So I am going to go ahead and grab the right logo. And now I can click and drag any one of these little four corners here, these little white dots, to size this as big or as small as I want to. You also see these little bars on the sides. These are cropping bars. So let's say, for instance, I didn't want the keywords on this particular logo for whatever reason. I can actually just crop those out. So now I size this, maybe put it down over here in the corner, and voila. The same thing with uploading photos. If maybe instead of having all this text, I wanted to have a fun photo, I can drag that here and I can just put it right there in the middle, like if you wanted to have a picture of your assembly. So that is uploading photos and logos and using them, like just adjusting them. Does anyone have any questions on that? So the next thing you want to do is adjust your text and your elements. So it's really easy when you have a template that you can just click on any one of these elements that are here. And you can double click if you like, or click and erase either way. And you can type, you're invited to, somebody give me their assembly.
Lemon Grove.
Lemon Grove, thank you. Lemon Grove assemblies. Build a bear membership party. I knew the text went over. So just like with how the photos adjust the cropping in text, it also sort of crops your text. So you can grab these little sidebars and you can pull them out until the text fits. The text, though, if you saw it, it's not centered now, right? So one of the things that is really good to learn is how to balance your text and your photos. So you'll notice if I click and drag this, there's a little line on the right side, and these little numbers hopefully are showing up for you. And if I drag it over to the middle, it'll give you that nice solid line that says that text is now in the dead center of this document. And then I know that it is nice and symmetrical and it looks more pleasing to the eye. The next thing I might not like is how much space is in between this two. And just like in Word, you have all of these little buttons up here that do exactly the same thing that like Word or Google Docs do. So like you can click on this little button here. If you hover over it, it says spacing. And if I want to adjust my line spacing, I can pull that up so that now they're a little closer together. That might help me if maybe I need to add more text below and I want to create more space, or it just looks funky and I want to pull it together more. There's all kinds of great ways that you can use this spacing to make it look better. This one is like making the letters less close or farther apart. And just a reminder that those buttons don't show up unless you click on that box. So the other things that I can do up here, I can click on this button that says Chewy. That's all of your different fonts to change it to how, you know, whatever font you want to do. I kind of like that Chewy font. Looks nice. If I wanted to make it bigger, I can either type in a number pick a number from the list or press the plus or minus buttons. I can change the color if I like. Now let's see here. If I wanted, let's say the blue of this mailbox, you could click on this little plus button over here, take this little eyedropper, and then go over here to this mailbox and, you know, click on it. And now it matches the color of the mailbox. So that's another little fun trick to create some more adhesiveness between the elements in your design. And it shows you now this blue is now in your document colors. So everything that's in the document, every color that shows up is over here for you to then pick. So now in the future, if I wanted to change, you know, this text to also being the same blue, it's right there. I can just click it real easy. So, what's missing? We need, what information is missing from this? Can someone tell me?
The time and date.
Yes. So, adding elements. Over here on the left, there are all these little buttons for elements and text. So if you click on text, you can add a heading, a subheading, or body text. Or you can add these cool little like funky texts that are pre-made for you. They're pre-designed with shadows or neon glows or things like that. I'm going to also show you how you can do this on your own in a second. So if I click add a subheading, it adds this little text box for me. And if I hover over it, you see the little move button, or you can see there's one down here. I just move that on up to here. And I'm going to say it's today, July 28th at 7 p.m. If I want that to be really special, I can come up here to effects and I can add a drop shadow. I can add neon, any kind of fun little like standout things. When you're playing with these, there are little buttons below each of them that affect how it looks, right? So you can adjust the thickness of this splice. You can change the color. So now I got that blue in there. Now, this is just changing the color of this background splice. You can almost barely see it. If I direct the offset, maybe you can see it a little more. Kind of. But you'll notice if I come up to the text color and change it to, you know, white or pink, that's just the front main text. So you have two different controls for those colors. The same kind of thing if I go to shadow, I can play with the shadow color, and that's not offset enough, so you're not going to really see it. But if I adjust it, you can kind of see that blue shadow color. The controls that are under the style only affect the style. Your controls that are up at the top, they only affect the main text. So you can play with these and come up with some really fun, different, you know, styles. Some of them, they don't affect. So like the neon just makes whatever color you have up here look neon, for instance. You can't change the color of the neon in here. For these, I recommend playing with them. And, you know, as you're making your text, you'll you'll get more of a feel for that. A really good tool that is under effects is this curve. And when you click that, you see that all this, my text is now this round thing. It takes a bit of practice to get your curve to match something. So for instance, if I were to bring this down to the teddy bear and I wanted the curve to go outside his ears, you'd have to play a little bit with the sizing of the text as well as the curve. So now I kind of got it there. Sort of, yeah, that's a little bit outside his ears. But it can be a lot of fun to like make curved text, especially when you have curved elements in your design. Anyone have any questions on the text? Okay. I know there's a lot in the text. There's a lot to do with the text. And these presets, by the way, is the same. You just click and you can just play with them. They make them 2 different grouped texts. But again, don't be afraid to play with anything in Canva because there's always that undo button. Oops, see, look, I just deleted the background. Just undo that. Okay, so elements up here at the top. These, it's already found some teddy bears for me. They're just fun, like if you wanted to add anything that has to, in this case, you have your teddy bear. If I just search teddy, if I could spell teddy bear, we already have one teddy bear. Maybe we don't like that teddy bear, so we delete him and add this cute little guy. He's a little big. So there we go. So now I've added him. I've made sure he's centered. And that's just, there's millions of different elements in here. You can specify if you'd rather have it be a photo of a teddy bear, a graphic of a teddy bear, a video, and there's even audio. I'll explain why you would ever want that in later on. But it's very easy to kind of say, if you want a blue teddy bear, I don't know if there's going to be one. All kinds of, oh, there is a blue teddy bear. See? So you can really get specific with what kind of element you want. Are there any questions on the elements? There are definitely a ton of them. Like you can make circles, you can make pictures, you can make all kinds of things, but that's definitely like a play with them. And I think when you make your templates, you have a lot of those elements already there. So unless you're starting from scratch, you probably won't need to find too many of them. But hopefully it's pretty clear how to find them. So the next thing I just want to talk about is the difficulty sometimes when things end up, maybe not with that one, all over each other. So sometimes it's hard to get, I can't find that heart, right? I just put that heart behind that picture. If you don't want to have to move your element that you've already centered, you can just click on the picture and go to position and move it to the back. Now, when I did that, I moved it behind this little background I have, so you can move it forward a bit. And now it'll allow me to click only on that element. Another thing that you can do is click on the picture and lock it so that you can't click on the picture. You can only click on the heart. And now you can't move that picture. You won't ever accidentally move it or, have any problems with touching it. I could do that with this background, for instance, that keeps moving. Now I don't have any problem with having to, mess with it. I think I moved it in a bad spot. There we go. Okay. The next thing I wanted to talk about is playing with color. So, I'm not a huge fan of the coloring in this. And sometimes I'm not the best, let's say, of figuring out, how do I want these colors to mix? If I come over here to styles, there's this great tool where they've already picked colors that go together. There's different color palettes. They even have combinations of color palettes with font sets. So when you're designing, you usually don't want to use more than 2 fonts in a design because it starts to look too cluttered. And it's nice because they pick font sets that go together and the colors so that everything kind of moves in sync without you having to be like a full-blown designer. And all you have to do is click once and it completely redesigns your thing. Well, maybe I like those colors, but I don't really want a black background. You can click it again and it'll completely redesign it again. And you can keep playing with this until it comes up with something you like. And this is such a great tool for you to really come up with something that is cohesive. If you click on one and I don't like that doesn't change the background. You, let's say, really like the font. I'm trying to find one where I like the font. It's all good. It's fine. The green ones were really good, huh? Let's see. So let's say you really like the font, but you don't like the colors. You can come back up here. So the PR team, for instance, we have our pledge, our brand colors, and our rainbow pastel colors set. I can say I want it to be our rainbow brand colors and just click in and it won't change the font. It'll just change the colors. And I love doing this just to see like what might look better. What might pop a little more. Sometimes it comes up with some really interesting colors that are not so pretty, but it's just fun to see like what might look better. The next part of that I wanted to talk about. If you find a color set that you like, you'll notice this entire time I've been playing with these colors, this bear didn't change color. If I click on any one of these elements, you'll see that up here in the corner, I can change this color on my own, right? But if I click on the bear, that color option isn't up here, but you can still change his color. And this is a fun little trick. If you want to click edit image, you'll find that you can come down here to duotone, color mix, and all kinds of little things that will allow you to actually change the color of the bear. So I love color mix. I'm like, man, I want that bear to be green, just like the rest of it. I clicked on this marine and now we've got a green bear. And maybe that's just too much green, but I still want him to be a color. Like maybe it's make him blue. You just click apply and there he is. So sometimes when I do this, it's not the right blue, let's say. Then you can come up to photogenic once you've changed the main color and play with, okay, I'd want him to be more of like a little softer of a blue. And then there you go. So that is a lovely little secret to making something in color that you aren't supposed to, maybe. You can also use the same trick with your photos. So like this photo here, which I need to unlock, I want to make it as active and bright and beautiful. It's already really bright, but maybe you want to crop out a little bit of the sky. And then I'm going to recenter it here. And then I come into edit image here and I can adjust the brightness if I want to. I don't really need to on this one, but you can adjust the contrast, if you really want to make it super saturated. There's all kinds of filters just like you have in Instagram. So if you want to make it like a selfie or retro, any kind of, maybe you want to make it black and white. There's all kinds of fun options like that. All right. Any questions on that?
I have a quick question about the bear.
Yes.
So when you were changing the color, it showed you the whole bear, but obviously on the picture, it's only doing that. So if we were to do this and save it, it would just take just that half of the bear would be on the picture, right?
So if I move him up onto the actual canvas, you'll see all of him. It's only because I've kind of took him out of the frame of the canvas that you're only seeing part of him.
Oh, okay.
But when you
download the flyer, he won't all be there, just what you see on the canvas.
Yeah.
Okay,
but
that's what I was making sure. Okay. So if we were to put a picture on there like that didn't quite fit, but I'm like, okay, I just want the face. Whatever shows up on the canvas is what'll be there. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
It's kind of the same as if I would take him and crop him.
Oh, okay.
It's almost the same thing, but I'm almost just kind of being lazy and letting the canvas crop him for me.
Hey, that works.
Yeah. So, but I will say that edit image thing can be funky, where sometimes like I've had an edit image and it'll show the full picture like on top of the other layers for a couple seconds and take a second to like re-render and show correctly. So okay. Don't freak out if you edit an image and it's not showing right away. Let it like refresh for a second. And then if it doesn't, you can try reloading, like just reloading your page. And it should show up the right way.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah, Canva can be buggy at times.
Oh, okay, perfect. Thank you.
Jody, you want to show them that background remover?
Oh, yes.
If you want to use your own picture of a teddy bear.
So I love the background remover. So
my favorite tool.
Promo photos that we use all the time. And so like, I love this photo, for instance. Let me delete this one here. It's one of my favorite photos. And sometimes you don't want like an actual full photo like this. There is a lovely little trick in Canva where you go to edit image and click on background remover. It'll sit there and analyze your photo and wait for the magic to happen. Ta-da!
Neat.
Yes.
That's fun.
And
Comes in handy when you have something that you really want to use this element, like maybe you're selling teddy bears or whatever, but the picture you have just has this awful background, but you just want the bear. You can pull that background out and use your photo.
Nice.
yeah, it is definitely one of my favorite tools. Thank you, Colleen, for reminding me.
It's my favorite tool too. I use it a lot on my personal Canva too.
So I'm going to go into a couple more advanced things now. Before I go there, does anybody have any questions on any of these little elements? Any parts of like kind of putting this together?
No questions in the chat. So,
Okay. So Canva has some secret little fun things that I just wanted to show you. One of them is making a QR code in Canva. So if you go to this little more button down here, you are just so needy right now. Days, she hasn't given me any attention. She just knows I'm on a Zoom. So you click on more, and if you click on QR code, and you, only when I need both hands, right? Okay, come on, get up. Click www.gocarainbow.org. Generate QR code. Ta-da!
that's going to make life so much easier. I didn't know about that one.
So you have already, you don't have to go to another website, nothing. So you can put your assembly website there. You can put the California Rainbow website there. So perfect and awesome. Love that one. Another super fun trick in the more, you can go to Google Maps. So let's say you're making a reception flyer and somebody give me a Masonic temple. No, you have to go.
Lemon Grove
Yeah.
Masonic Temple.
There you go. Lemon Grove.
Lemon Grove Masonic temple. Is that it?
I'm on my phone, so it's tiny.
20,
Hold on.
2590 Main Street.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Sounds good. Yeah, I see San Miguel. That sounds right.
So it's already there. You click on it and you have your, oops, wrong one, your little map. I don't know where we're going to put this on here, but I mean, it would probably be more like on an information page, but it's a nice little trick to add like a cute little map with the address. So I'll make it super big so everyone can see it really quick. So you have the address and a little map there.
That's cool.
The next fun little trick, they moved this. It used to be under Elements, but it's a very important tool, I think, is if you go in there more, there's backgrounds. So if you, I'm so sorry, my cat has just decided to make a grand appearance in this video in all ways. So if you want to search the backgrounds, somebody give me something related to teddy bears.
Picnics.
Oh, there's no picnics.
Try barbecue.
Gingham? How do you spell gingham? Gingham?
Gingham, yeah.
Okay. So here's a nice gingham background. So if I wanted to come in here and put that,
Oh,
it'll
cute.
change the background.
Oh, cool.
And you can change the background color right here. Like if you just want to do the color, you can also just do that by just clicking the background. but I don't know why they moved it there. It's a very weird place. And you'll notice it's now showing up on my toolbar. But I find backgrounds to be really helpful at times to give a lot of dimension. So just remember they're under more.
Okay.
So the next fun part is animating. So if I, let's say, wanted to do a social media design with this, I probably wouldn't animate a flyer because I couldn't really do like an animated flyer. You can't print animation. But if I were to put this out on the internet, for instance, I could animate pieces of this, and all you need to do is click on any one of the elements and then click on animate. And they give you all kinds of fun little things. And you see as you scroll over them, it kind of shows you what they do. So let's say I want that one to pop. Let's say I want this teddy bear to rise. Oh, that's interesting. And I want the Build-A-Bear membership party to stomp. So now I've added all of those. Let me come back to you can also change how they do it. Is it on the entrance, on the exit? It's the same kind of thing with we were talking about with the text effects, that each one of them has a little bars below them for, you know, the intensity, the direction, what movement, you know, that kind of stuff. And that's just something you'll have to play with as you're doing it. But once you've kind of set them up, you'll notice up here on this top bar, the purple bar next to my picture, my old picture, and the graph, there's a little play button that says 5 seconds. And so now if I play that, you'll see the animation go through. And it's just a quick little pop. The teddy bear rising is hilarious. But it's fun to like give your social media like a little extra pizzazz. I recommend like only doing one element, maybe not all of them like that, but I just wanted to kind of show you the different things that you can do. Anyone have any question on the animation? Okay. So the next thing, let's say that you are very nervous about making changes, or you're just not super comfortable. I wanted to give you a little trick that I do when I'm trying to make designs. So there's a couple different buttons up here. You can add a page that's just blank if you want to play around. What I like to do, this one is duplicate page. And so let's say I really love this design, but I think maybe I could do it better, or maybe I could do a different something to it. I can play with the second one without worrying because I have the original here. And then maybe, oh, I really like this one. I can come back and delete this one later. Another thing that you can do with that is, oh, now it's tomorrow. So you can copy your design and just change a couple elements so that you can, you know, now post on social media something that's updating, you know, or now with free ice cream, you know, something like that. Okay, any questions about that? We're almost to the end. So the other thing I mentioned, if this was a social media ad, you do not have to go back and take your entire flyer and work to make an Instagram ad. There is a beautiful resizing button. The downfall of this is it does require a pro account. But if you can get that pro account, I do think it's worth it. Or if you need to talk to us, we can maybe help you out with that. You just click on this resize and you just click Instagram post, and you can do either just a resize or copy and resize. So you can keep the one that you have and make a second copy in the size you want, or you can just resize the one you have. So now it's gonna take all the elements and put it into the size of an Instagram post. Now, when I did that, it obviously changed a few things. So I might wanna like adjust, like, I don't really like the border the way it is, or things like that. But you still have like all the elements, and you can pretty easily kind of adjust it to what you want it to be. And then when you save it, now you have your Instagram post. And you can do this for all kinds of, you can just keep doing it for, if you want to make your Facebook cover, or, whatever you want. Does anybody have any questions on resizing? Is it possible to make the picture keep on moving if I will do it on Instagram? For the thing. So when you go into the effects, there should be both. So it will make that short, like you can kind of affect some of the animations. But usually it only plays once on Instagram, the way videos do.
Yeah, Instagram, it'll give you the option to replay it, just like it does when you're watching a video through your feed. Once it does its animation, it'll say watch again, and you'll have to click on it. There's no way to keep it continuously animated, unfortunately.
Yeah. I didn't share this. I forgot, by the way, when you duplicate a page, you can also come over here and click to play with different templates on your duplication. You have to kind of reset everything, but it's another way to play with things. Okay. So let's say it's how you like it and everything's wonderful. And you want to share this. You come over here and you click on your share button, and you can do a couple different things. If you want to share it straight to your social, you can do that. If you have your Instagram, Facebook, etc. hooked up to your Canva account, you can just share it straight away. And you don't have to save it and then repost it and all that stuff. This is a brand new thing for Canva that they added just like I think it's like a month or two ago, where they now have it so that you can share directly to all your social accounts. They even have it where you can schedule it. So if you have this membership party and you want to announce it on Friday at 9 p.m., then you can sit there and publish it. Ours isn't connected.
Haven't got to play with it yet.
Yeah, but it's super easy and a nice way for you to manage your social media for your assembly if you want to do that. You can also just download your design. When you download it, it's first suggesting a video because we have those animation elements. But you can also download a JPEG, a PNG, a PDF, so on and so forth. My suggestion, if you are doing social media or any kind of a photo picture thing, I would do a PNG. If you're doing a flyer, then just do it to a PDF. If you are doing something that you want to send off to someone to print, like on a t-shirt, or do any kind of a printing graphic thing, do a PDF print. When you pick these, you can choose your size. Generally for your social media, the size that it comes up with is fine. You can just keep it on that. You can choose if you want to have transparent backgrounds or compress it for lower quality. And then once you download, it'll just usually save it to your desktop. Oh, here, mine asks. I'm not going to save that one. And the other thing here that you can do is sharing. Let's say you want to edit with somebody, you're not ready. Maybe you're a girl who's designed something and you want to share it with your mother advisor. You can type in your mother advisor's email and send it to them so they can take a look at it. They can edit it if you want. You can change, like, can they edit, comment, or view? Or you can even just do a link sharing right here where you can do sharing. You won't have this one, but you can do only people added can access, which is just sharing directly with the email, or anyone with the link, which you can then change to can watch, comment, or edit as well, and copy that link and share it. So let's say you want to share design with your assembly. You designed a flyer and you want to get their opinion. You can copy that link and send it out to them.
Or if for some reason you need the PR's team help with a design or resizing, you can send it to us that way too. I did drop our email in the chat, Jody, for them for that purpose. But give us at least 5 days if you need something. Don't ask for it overnight, please. Please.
Okay. Any questions on sharing? Okay. You will see there are lots of other options in sharing. You can play with those, like you can present it to a video screen. You can send it to your phone and things like that. I won't go over those, but just know that there are other options that you have there. Another really fun option, Canva has its own print like company. So I can come in here and print my design on a hoodie, a sweatshirt, a t-shirt, or whatever I want. So let's say I want to make a t-shirt, and they're going to want to resize the design first. Then you can come in and say, I want it on the side 1. This is the page I want to print. This is the color of the shirt I want. These are the sizes, and you can add as many shirts as you want. I don't like some of their prices are good. Like I think a printed shirt from Canva for $20 is not a bad price at all. But some of their other pricing you could probably find cheaper at different places. So just kind of watch watch the pricing. But it's a great option for quick and easy, and some of the pricing is just really is well priced. They also have, if you want to design straight away, this print products button up here. So let's say you want to make a wall calendar or a tote bag. There's all kinds of templates designed specifically for their print shop that are already set up as a template for you to make. So for instance, this notebook, let's go there, will come up with the blank design with all the templates for a notebook over here. And then you can just click, okay, that's what I want, you know, design it however you want. And then the same thing, oops, I spelled that wrong, but that's okay. You just come over and print your design. So it's just kind of fun that they have those options, and those could be a cool place to go for different advertising or promotional materials for your assembly. Okay, I'm going to show you those PowerPoint and making a video things really quick. It's probably just going to take me about 5 minutes. I'm going over just a little bit here. I understand if anyone needs to leave. So the PowerPoint presentation, if you come up here, this is just from the home page, and go to presentations, you'll find a bunch of templates for presentations. You can search the template. Presentation. So like if you click over here on the left, it'll narrow it down. Let's get a brand guidelines. That looks great. So when these come up, you'll see it looks just a tiny bit different than your Canva design, where it was like a linear line down where you had one design, and then if you wanted to add more, you could add a page going down. This will show you your pages, your slides going across the bottom here. So, oh, I like this Cassie's book report. So if you click, once you're in here, they have all the templates, easier to get to be honest. You'll see like this slide set has 11 different slide pre-done templates that you can click. So I want to go Cassie's book report, you know, and you can just change it to whatever you want. And then you'll click the little add page here, and you can pick whichever one of these you want. And you can even go back out to the other templates and pick a different template if you want to. And it's the same thing as with the Canva. Adjusting all of these elements is just how you adjust a Canva image. You just add text, and you know, you can put whatever you want, whatever elements you want, and keep on adding pages. If you want to do like a membership presentation, that this would be like a really great thing to use. You can also come down here to the notes and say, you know, this is the start, or however you want. Just like with Google Slides or with PowerPoint or Keynote, it's the same kind of idea. And then when you're done with your presentation, it's the same idea where you can either download as PDFs, you can download as video, or you can do a presentation up here. So for instance, if I press present, and you can do however you want, autoplay, present your view, present and record, etc. And it will present just how you do a normal slideshow. So that's a cool little hidden thing in Canva. The next cool little hidden thing is videos. You can actually edit videos in Canva. Same thing from this home page. Go over, click on video, and I'm just gonna randomly click on one of these. And it's kind of the same layout as that PowerPoint or the slides that I just showed you, where it's a linear line of now instead of slides, they're little video clips. And essentially you can go through each one and add whatever you want, little animations. If you come up to the elements, remember when I told you earlier I'd show you the videos later? Well, now you see these videos. So if you want to look for a video to put in there, it's not a very good video. All right, there we go. That's fun. You can adjust on this timeline how long your videos are by dragging these little, like each one of these, you want to think of them as little clips. And the same thing as with your main Canva graphic, you can adjust the text, you can add elements, but now you can add video in addition to adding your animation, and you can even upload your own videos and put them in here. And then when you're done, you can play your video, see if you like it, and again, either share it, play it to present it, or download it.
And if you've seen any of the videos from our podcast, the intro was done on Canva. If you go to YouTube and look at our podcast videos, the intro portion of that was done on the Canva program.
It's a cool, easy little video editor. If you've never gotten into video editing, this is a really wonderful little way to kind of start into it, because it's a really easy kind of plug and play little editor. Kendra's asking, would you be able to see the presentation notes while presenting? And yes, so when I, let me show you really quick here. So when I went to this present button, you can do presenter view, where you view your notes and upcoming slides. And May says, is it possible to make the picture keep on moving? Oh, sorry, I already
answered that one. Yeah, that's fine.
Sorry, May.
Kendra's was the last.
So that is everything I have to share with you on Canva. I know that is a lot. I wanted to really get into some of the little things that we haven't presented before, because I know we have talked about the basics. So if you haven't seen any of our basic videos, we do have some on YouTube that do deep dive a little more into the basics. And there's also some great training videos on both Canva and again on our YouTube that go into like just some real basic stuff. Canva also has some really great training videos on a lot of their little things that I haven't presented, or deep dives into the video editing or into the presentation stuff, like the slides. But hopefully you learned something new today. And I'm happy to take any questions. Or if there's something that you want me to show you at a later point, I'm happy to meet with you and teach you anything. That's not a problem. Or if you have any requests for us to deep dive on something else with Canva or anything, we have more training videos coming up. We have one on YouTube, and we also have one on editing on your phone. And we are happy to take any requests on anything you'd like to learn in the PR marketing realm. So,
And our YouTube channel is in the chat if you want to go check it out. Our podcasts are there, a lot of our training videos. This one will eventually go up there as well, if I'm not mistaken, right, Jody?
yes, absolutely.
That's it.
I really encourage you to just create a graphic and play. You can't hurt Canva. And the more you play with it, the more you're going to learn. You know, just clicking into all these little templates and documents, you'll really be able to get, you know, some really great stuff out of it. Not even just for Rainbow, you know, just your own fun little presentations or something that you know, can learn to do for school or for the future for work, or you can even create your resume on here. I have my resume. I made it through Canva. It looks so, like, I love the way it looks compared to a lot of other resumes, you know. So there's just a million things you can do, and I just encourage you to play. I'm absolutely in love with Canva. So yeah, please feel free to reach out. We'll put our, Colleen, if you could put the email in the chat again. And if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to get back to you, or Mrs. Weaver, sorry, she'll get back to you and answer any questions you have. And I hope you enjoyed the presentation.